Call the meeting in order. Please rise for the flag.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Evening, everyone. This is the regular scheduled city council meeting for Monday, December 1st. Can I get a roll call of members, please, David?
Sure. Scott Moore.
Here.
Zach Bryan. Andrew Karas.
Here.
Bob Clemens.
Here.
Laura Sarman.
Here.
Joe Sanders.
Here.
And Chad Jeffrey.
Here.
Got 6 present.
Okay, so we do have a quorum. If the council would indulge, before we jump into the meeting, we do, Alda Vellatini passed away. If you don't know, Alda, she's had her imprint on the city for 50, 60 years. After retiring, spending 40 years at the assessor's office, she was on our planning commission, our BZA, really active in the city going back really to President Kennedy days. So she passed away, so we just do a quick moment of silence. Thank you, Council. Okay, approval of minutes of the previous meeting, which was held on November 3rd.
I move to approve the minutes of the previous meeting.
Motion to approve. And a second. Any further discussion on the motion? Hearing none, all in favor, signify with an eye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passes. Tonight we'll have the reading of the agenda, the approval of claims, nothing under presentations. Jumping ahead under our old and deferred business, we do have 2 items, second readings, and we do have public hearings attached to both of these proposed ordinances. So this is number 1 and 2. So as they come up on the agenda, if you would like to speak or make comment about that particular agenda item, feel free to come up to the podium and share with the council anything you want known. And then under new business, we have 3 listed items, 2 involving 2 ordinances. And then third is a request for our PACE department to make some changes to some set fees. That is our agenda for tonight. Approval of claims and SRF distributions. No, Zach's not here. There was no communications with the mayor's office and Zach about any issues with the review of all the claims.
I did not review the claims.
So maybe we make a motion, approve them, so that our vendors can get paid.
Second.
Okay, motion and a second. Any further discussion on the motion?
Can we caveat that somebody does review them and make sure that it's, I'm sure he has. but
Yeah,
not-
he might, I know where he comes from
Yeah.
work, so with the, I guess 65 is closed down, so it might be hung up for him, but yeah, subject to a final review by Zach, or from Zach. That'd be good. Any further discussion on the motion? Okay. Yeah. Call the roll.
Okay, Scott Moore.
Yes.
Andrew Karas.
Yes.
Bob Clemens.
Yes.
Laura Sarman.
Yes.
Joe Sanders.
Yes.
And Chad Jeffrey.
Yes.
Well, yes.
Okay, thank you, David. Thank you, council. Nothing under presentations tonight. Next up is our petition for matchups and public statements. So this is the part of the meeting that you can come up to the podium, state your name and address for the record, and share with the council any information that you'd like them to be aware of. No one's coming up. We'll close the public comment portion. Jumping ahead, number 1 under old and deferred business. Ordinance number 2025-10-29. This is the ordinance for amending the stormwater utility billing. This is the second reading and the public hearing. Unless the council would like to have some immediate comments on it, you can open up the public hearing component to it and bring it back to the council for any questions or discussion? All right, so we'll open up, this is, first item under old business, we'll open up the public hearing. If you would like to make comment about this specific agenda item. Same procedures, if you want to come up to the podium, state your name and address for the record. No one's coming up, we'll go ahead and close the public hearing part. And bring it back to the council. So just as Anthony had handed out on the one provision, section D, we had language added at the very last sentence, the minimum rate calculated under the section should be $12. This is what, it's the same amount that has been paid. There was just no language in there to set the minimum rate. So that's what the only change from the prior, that one sentence. Per commercial, correct. This does not affect the single family or multifamily, those remain at $6. As they have been.
Should that be worded that way, the minimum for commercial?
Yeah, it's non-residential property.
Is non-residential.
Yeah,
That is
and
in
that's
there.
defined in the definition. If the council would, I mean, it's your call, if we just felt that actually stating that in the ordinance would be.
That was the intent.
I'll make a motion to adopt ordinance number 2025-10-29.
Second.
Okay, so we have a motion to approve and a second.
To include the amended language.
Any further discussion on the motion? Hearing none, call the roll, please.
Okay, Scott, your vote, sir.
Yes.
Andrew Karas,
Yes.
Bob Clemens,
Yes.
Laura Sarman,
yes,
Joe Sanders.
Yes.
And Chad Jeffries.
Yes.
6 yeses.
Thank you, David. Number two, ordinance number 2025-11-32. It's an ordinance appropriating the proceeds of the general obligation bonds of 2025. This is a second reading and also a public hearing. So again, unless the council has some immediate comments, we'll go ahead and open up the public hearing component to this. So if you'd like to make comment on this specific proposed ordinance and the GO bonds, same process, name and address and share. Okay, so I see no one, we'll go ahead and close the public hearing part and bring it back to the council.
So moved, Mayor.
I just want to say thank you for the updates you've been giving me with the township trustees and
Yeah.
whatnot. So thank you.
Yep.
Of it, the last one, November was crazy. I couldn't make it, but I possibly can this week.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
okay.
try to.
We'll, not anticipating any changes, but if there is, we'll let you know, but we'll keep you updated on every
Thank you.
series of meetings.
Appreciate that.
Did we have,
Got one.
we had a motion?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so we have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
And a second. Further discussion on the motion? Hearing none, call the roll, please.
Okay, Scott, your vote, sir.
Yes.
Andrew Karas,
Yes.
Bob Clemens,
Yes.
Laura,
yes,
Laura's a yes, Joe Sanders,
Yes.
and Chad.
Yes.
6 yeses.
Number one under new business. Ordinance number 2025-12-34. So ordinance granting rezone from R1A residential to R1 residential service at 2021 West 133rd Avenue. This is the first read. Somebody here representing the petition? Evening,
Good evening.
state your name and address, please.
My name is Michael Herbers with Diamond Peak Homes, 1313 White Hawk Drive, here representing the landowner CapDev LLC. Last week, we were in front of the Plan Commission looking for a favorable recommendation to the council for a rezone of just under 70 acres of property at the subject address of 2021 West 133rd Avenue. Rezoning from R1A to R1. Our plan there is to put in a single family residential development, again, just on the south side of 133rd. And we're here this evening for the first hearing of the ordinance.
Okay, thank you. Josh?
Sir. Diamond Peak Homes is requesting a change of zone to
2021 West 133rd, known as Future Capstone Development. Current zoning for the property is R1A residential with proposed change going to R1 residential zone. Property is surrounded by a PUD and R1 to the north and unincorporated residential and agricultural on the east, west, and south. Property was annexed into the city in 2022 with R1A residential zoning. Since then, there have been workshops as well as potential PUD, which have received favorable responses from our commission, but no official votes or approvals have been received. Going from R1A to R1 residential would mean a reduction of lot sizes from 15,000 square feet to 10,000 square feet and a lot width reduction from 100 feet to 80 feet. All notices have been properly sent out by certified mail and the notice has been published in the newspaper. We have received calls of demonstration and support. Petition was heard at the November 24th, 2025 Plan Commission meeting where it received a favorable recommendation of 7-0.
Thanks, Josh.
Thank you.
We'll bring it to the council then for questions of the petitioner or Josh.
If I may. You got 70 acres, got approximately 130 lots, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
So calculating quarter of an acre per lot,
Yeah.
give or
just-
take.
Just over. Yes, sir.
It says the map called for multifamily, but you said it'll be single family.
Correct.
Okay.
Which map are you looking at?
Yeah, just our comprehensive plan said it's,
Okay.
the map called for multifamily, but you will be putting in single
Correct.
family.
Yes, sir.
I know this has nothing to do with the ordinance change, but will Diamond Peak be building these?
Yes.
Okay, because I know sometimes it gets lost in the woods where you guys owned it, Capstone developed it, somebody else builds it, so I'm fine with that. They build good homes, so. So make sure we're there. That's it.
Quick comment, these gentlemen were in front of the planning commission last week. Answered all the questions, satisfied. In fact, some Vermont traders were here from Alicia Estates next door. Had some concerns and they answered those questions and they walked out of there satisfied. I think they've addressed the park, detention ponds, water direction, all of the above. So the planning commission is pleased with the results of that. So. Zip.
Yeah. Any other questions? Again, this is just the first reading, so it'll be the council's pleasure.
So move, Mayor, as presented.
Make a motion to read in title only and hold over for second reading, ordinance number 2025-12-34.
A motion to approve
Second it.
and a second. Any further discussion on my motion? Hearing none, call the roll, please, Dave.
Okay, Scott Moore,
Yes.
Andrew Cares.
Yes.
Bob Clement,
Yes.
Laura Stahl,
Yes. Yes.
Bill Sanders,
Yes.
and Chad Jeffries.
Yes.
6 yes.
So we do have, just because it's December, we do have another meeting this month.
Mhm.
So that will be, the second reading will be on that.
On the 18th, correct?
18th.
Perfect.
So you'd have to come back to that.
Will do.
That's at 6 o'clock.
Got it. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay, number 2, ordinance number 2025-12-35. An ordinance to amend chapter 157 of Crown Point ordinance regarding stormwater management. This is the first reading. Alex?
I could take it, Mayor, thank you. So in conjunction with the review of the rates, our engineering department's taking a look at the technical standards of chapter 157. We have a representative from Christopher Burke here tonight, along with Doug from our engineering department. Essentially, this is an overhaul of section 157 that correspond with the updates that have come in through IDEM and the other state agencies. So I think if Christopher Burke can come up there and give us kind of a summary of what section 157 is, that may help the council.
Yeah, Luke Sherry, Christopher Burke Engineering, 214 South Main Street, Suite 201. That's here in Crown Point. Yeah, as Alex mentioned, this isn't really a redo of the ordinance, more of an update. A few years ago, IDEM changed some of their soil erosion sediment control nomenclature and rules around. It used to be called Rule 5. Now it's called CSGP, or Construction Stormwater General Permit. Administratively, some things changed with just how the permitting process goes between the city and through IDEM and then back to the city. So the rules were more or less not wholesale changes to the way the city does business, but more administratively how that all works between IDEM's online submittals and the city's own permitting process. It's really more, administratively more than anything. So it's language that helps the applicants come in, know exactly what the protocol is, helps the city in terms of permitting, keeping everything straight between the developer and IDEM. So it's streamlined between the new IDEM rules, but also just, after doing business here in town for a while, we've had some lessons learned to just spell things out clearly for the applicants and get things in writing where clarification was needed. So the part of it was the IDEM updates, that consistency factor, and then just sort of making things a little bit clearer for the permitting process. The last stormwater ordinance, or the current stormwater ordinance for the city, is from 2006, so it's been almost 20 years. That's in a nutshell kind of what the update is about, and obviously if there's more questions, be happy to answer
But
those.
essentially, it updates all of our rules and provisions to keep it in compliance with the latest statewide mandates, in compliance with IDEM, and everything that entails.
Yeah, that's a very elegant way to put it. That's more or less what we're doing. Again, it's mostly stuff that we were doing anyway. It's just written down in a way that keeps everything consistent. So.
Okay. Perfect.
I think it's based on that, we just thought of section 157 rather than have an ordinance that lists 20 or 30 different minor changes to it. So this entire revision will update that entire section 157.
Okay, so we'll bring it to the council then for any action or comments or questions.
Move to read in title only and hold over for second reading ordinance 2025-1235.
Motion to approve.
Second.
And a second. Any further discussion on the motion? Call the roll, please, Dave.
Okay, Scottabore,
Yes.
Andrew Carey,
Yes.
Bob Clemens,
Yeah.
Laura Sarman,
yes,
Joe Sanders,
Yes.
and Chad Jeffries.
Yes.
6 yes.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Appreciate all the work. Number 3, request approval of PACE fees for the remainder of 2025 and the first quarter of 2026. This was approved at the November 19th Board of Works meeting. Adam?
Yes, Mayor and Council, just as stated, there's a list of new fees. Any changes are in red in your packets. For the works about, or passed it on the 19th, looking for the council to adopt it.
Anything to discuss? There's a minimum number and it's minimal changes to.
Yeah, minimal changes, there's a few new programs were added that we need to add those back in and codify those, so we can answer any questions.
Okay, thanks, Adam. Bring it to the council.
I'd move to approve the PACE fees as presented.
A motion to approve the fees. Do you have a second?
Second.
And a second. Further discussion on the motion? Chad?
Just one question, Adam, is that for like a pickleball league or something?
Correct. With different options and different facilities that we have. Obviously, we still remain stuff for public use at all times. For pickleball league. We kind of got out of doing indoor volleyball and stuff, so we want to transition to pickleball.
I know Sarman ones, you can't even get on a pickleball court there. We probably can now.
Well, it's wide open, right?
Yes.
No, that's, we haven't enacted anything, just giving the plan to do that. Obviously, we need to wait for that novelty to wear off, having something new and fresh. That's why we didn't bring it last year. We'll make sure the public can We understand how it's being used, so there's been a high demand for some competitive stuff in the absence of some locations going out of business and stuff, so we'd like to keep that as an option going forward for summer.
Okay, any further discussion? Hearing none, call the roll, please, David.
Okay, Scott Board,
Yes.
Andrew Carroll.
Yes.
Bob Clemens,
Yeah.
Laura Sarman,
yes,
Joe Sanders,
Yes.
and Chad Jeffs.
Yes.
6 yes.
Motion passes. Thanks, Adam. Council. Council have anything under miscellaneous?
Mayor, I have a question. Item number 2, are we gonna consider that item also at the December?
Yeah, if you're good with it,
Yeah.
just a second reading.
Yeah, let's get it on. the agenda.
Finish it off this year.
Would be-
You're, David?
Yeah.
This is a reminder, yes, so our next council meeting will be Thursday, December 18th at 6 p.m. So this actually will be our last council meeting at 7 p.m. It is. I'll always remember. And let's think outside something else. We need a motion to adjourn.
So, second.
Okay. Bob made the motion in a second. Further discussion. None, all in favor, signify by the aye. Aye. Opposed?